Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're in our town of Noble Landing, which I'm still trying to memorize. I just got done recording the town of Cougar's Hope, Rimworld, so I gotta switch my brain over to a new task right now. This episode I'm still trying to recreate all that I lost in that other second episode of the series that never happened. So we've got some things I need to rebuild out over here and over here that were kind of in view of that intro video that you saw as this episode started. So how are we doing otherwise though? We've got our little forest node. We haven't got hunting yet. We'll catch that someday. I don't think we're going to get that into this time. We do have gathering going, just one person doing it at the moment. So these numbers are not going to be accurate because we're in late summer and it was not that long ago that I turned off the second one. But still, we've got a lot of variety coming in right now. Yeah, just looking at all the choices. So 1, 2, 3, 6, they're all different? They're all different, yeah. 6 different things that come in from the Gatherer's Hut. That is nice. Nice to see the variety. So olives, hey, have started to produce. I doubt we have... No, we don't have any history yet. Our olives have made roots and blueberries so far. But this year we should actually see some production. Let's clear out the trees that are immediately against the orchard, because they will take some of the spaces that the orchard harvesting will need to drop into. Yeah, possibly. It looks like there actually is a space around it. Now remember, they don't just drop necessarily in the next space. They can drop several spaces over. So if there was a road around this thing, it wouldn't stop the production. They would drop it one space over just fine. It's just that when you tend to put a road around an orchard, you then tend to build something else right up against that road here and something else against that road there, and pretty soon you don't have 3 or 4 spaces over available. So it's just good practice to give yourself some room around an orchard and around the pasture over here. And we did that. This isn't permanent. We're going to take this out and move it over there eventually. Then we'll do something else here. Then we'll be able to get our roads cutting through here and get the efficiency up. Fishing, how are we doing over here? We have 1 educated worker over here. We established that last time. Who is halfway through the year and heading toward that 900 mark that I was talking about. So an educated worker can bring in quite a bit. So that's how some people are getting 3,500 out of 4 workers in one of these things, which seems impossible at times. But if you get 4 educated workers that don't have very far to go, then they do a great job. I'm running at 1 speed right now because I want to kind of do some talking at first. We want to get reeds in here. We want to get dock workshops in here. And we need to set our fishery in so we know where the sphere of influence is so that we don't encroach upon it. So that's probably our first step. This one, it would have been nice to have had a road that ran straight out to the dock. So didn't think of it, so didn't plan for it. I've thought about it now, so maybe we will plan for it. Let's pop a road in first. Dirt road didn't grab. There we are. And we'll start about there and shoot this way, but I'm going to back off 1. Okay, just in case it conflicts with something else we're about to do. That coming into there, let's dock. Let's see, themes, docks, this guy. How do I do that? See the shadow down below? I think that's where the red is actually going to show. Well, maybe it's where the green is. If I'm off like this, okay, then it kicks off. So the shadow is separate from the actual footprint. So if I get myself lined up so the actual footprint is right underneath, I need to drop the fishery in line with where these are going to go, but I don't know how far to bring these out before I need to put the fish in. So, kind of a catch-22 there. First of all, let's figure out where this guy really needs to go. Looks like he blends into the ground right about there. So let's put that one in there. Then we'll come in over here. Let's see, where's red? He is right there. So we'll put in 3, 4, put in 5 of these. Then let's see if we can figure out where the fishery goes in relation to that. Yeah, it looks like it is possible. Let's hit the R, rotate him around. Again, the fishery's got that white plank right at the top step, so it's the only place that the docks can attach to it and let them walk. So it's going to be in this order. You can see the red right there, so that's where the docks end. So we'll try and keep in line with that. And let me zoom out a little bit further so I can see the bottom down here. Okay, so there's our alignment, and that actually looks pretty good. We'll go right there. So that's where that's going to go. So let's finish the docks out to that point. And let's kick the speed up again. We'll go up like so. We only have one builder, so... Oh, one builder. Yeah, one builder. Oh, that's interesting, but 2 people brought logs. 1 laborer and 1 builder. And they both did the work. Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to explain that one. So, there, that one, and rotate that. Whoa, you guys stop walking all the way out there. Doing some scuba diving on me. So it looks like 1 green left. Make that connection right there. No. What? Wasn't there 1 green left? Okay. Oh, it's clear down over here. This one isn't built yet. That's what's so wonky. Okay. There you are. Okay, that should finish you off. Now, this actually does blend in pretty good, but I'm going to put my staircase in just because I like them. Let's see, R right there. It's an itty bitty little thing right there. And then let's see if the road can come back 1 space. So right there, road. Nope, we're at the end. Okay. Alright, let's kind of keep an eye on this so that, let's see, how are we on logs? We're actually out of logs. Okay. Let's do some more clearing over here. We know we're going to want to put crops over here. So let's go ahead and queue up a little bit more. Nothing too aggressive. And I guess near this guy. So let's work right over here. Just that little area. As these farmers, they already are finished. That's why, these crops fields are too small. So it's probably finished in summertime. In fact, I think it's the laborers that bring the wood to these guys. They're not actually constructed. They're just, when the materials show up, they instantly build. You never see a builder building the dock. So it could be that the farmers were laborers at that point. And so there were actually 3 laborers available. 2 farmers and the 1 laborer, and the 3 of them were bringing things over. And that's how 2 of them managed to assemble docks when only 1 was assigned. I'm going to work with that one. I'm going to, final answer Regis. Okay. So that means we have 3 laborers to take this stuff out, which means we've got wood over there. So wood is already flowing back into the system. This is fully funded. Good. It's just being built. So with that, we're not going to actually put a fisherman in there right now. We just don't have enough. Well, we did just get 1 more laborer, but I think I'm going to hold off yet. So I'm thinking we want reeds along here. Might look good to have a boardwalk down the length of this and then reed off of that. Let's go with that assumption. Fishery is done. We're going to turn it off. We'll leave our 1 extra laborer to become probably a reed farmer and get the reeds coming in so we can get clothes coming in before that drops to 0. Which doesn't really hurt us, it just hurts our efficiency. They'll still pop into the first warm house and warm up and then go back to whatever they're doing. Unless, well, we'll see. So, docks, I'm going to kick our speed down by 1 so I can get some of these built before that freeze starts to happen. Where to? I like that. Let's leave this guy selected so we can watch that. But I think that there's enough room to get a, let's see, where am I? Here. To get a dock workshop right there in like that, plus a reed farmer, plus a dock. That's the goal. Let's see if that works. Let's put a dock in. I keep hitting that wrong one. I tell you, going from RimWorld to Banished is tough on the brain when they use different keys to rotate. So I'm going to put just one of those in, and up against that I'm going to put one reed farm. R. That one hurt. And then I'm going to put in one dock workshop. R. And we're going to probably spend most of the time with the map like this, so that's a good orientation to be able to see what's going on. Right there. So I don't need docks in between because the dock workshop becomes a dock. You can see the two connection points there. So they'll walk right through all of these. So the reeds will be down below in that little space there. The dock will be running along the edge over here. I think that's going to work out really well. So if I were to put this right, I'm going to pause it. Put this right there. Where is that to our sphere of influence? We are going to nip off a little corner here, but I'm going to say that's close enough. That does what we need to do. I want to run a series of these through here. So that 6 of them here, 6 of them there. We'll set some for survival coats. We'll set some for fire bundles and ropery. There was rope. I think you can get rope out of here too. And that rope will help to, you can make it out of the reeds and it'll help to upgrade things like this, the dock shanty, into the dock house. So with that, we're still really hurting on our logs though. So by the end of the episode I want all of these done, but let's kind of take our time here. What was that? Logs are low. Yep. So we'll deal with just these guys for the moment, get them employed. Oh, we have 3 laborers. Good. Let's do that right now. So one's going to work there, and the other one's going to work there. I think that's going to work out really well. So while they're doing this, and in between doing that, they'll be trying to take down trees. Wow, they did a fast job over there. They took all that down. I guess the firewood is probably eating it all up, huh? Let's go ahead and put a limit on him, because they're going to grab the fire bundles as well. So here's where first episode I ran all of the limits up, thinking that I wasn't going to have a storage problem, and I'm really not having a storage problem, but I am having a resource problem. So the logs are going to need to be limited. So let's take out another swath over here. I want to put my bridge in too. That's going to take some wood as well. Yeah, let's grab this and let's take out everything. We're getting some food out of this, getting some herbs out of this. It's helping us all the way around. So let's grab this area here, and let's go ahead and work on that bridge. So let's grab another road, going in with just the dirt roads right now. When we get into the forest, that wouldn't hurt. It would look better, actually. We should have a country road. Country road with fallen leaves should have been what went into here, from like this point that way. So I'm going to just do that. And yes, that's going to make our builder there. 2 builders. Nice and busy, but that's fine. We've got time. Bridge. Let's go in with a creek plank bridge here, like so. I stopped a little bit early on the road. Sometimes you can take the road right to the end, but it has a conflict with where the bridge needs to start. And you can put a bridge there, but the road will cancel you out from doing it. So I wanted to make sure that didn't actually happen. So put that last piece in now. And this area is going to be cleared out, not under trees. So this will be a regular dirt road over here. So that will give a little easier access to get in here and to get into the rest of the area. We probably should be stockpiling over here. I'd forgotten about that. Let's put 2 small stockpiles in, one by each bridge. That way they don't have to make the long walk in. Well, the rock is just right there, though. How are we doing on that? 52%? This will eventually come out. I think we'll put a warehouse system right through here and make this look a little different. But we don't have the ability to make those yet. Most of our goods are going to come out of this end over here. So let's get a stockpile up in that area. That is right there, and we'll do just a generic one because it's going to have to take iron ore and, let's see, like that. Iron ore and stone and logs. Rotate with this one. I don't want to, and that one, there we go. Don't want to get into that pathway. So let's put that one right there. I have a feeling we're going to be grabbing from it almost as fast as we're going to be filling it. Got this in. Alright, so first priority is clothing. So let's go for the survival coats. We should have lots of feathers by now. One more dock worker, which is what... Yeah, right there. Right there. One of two. So both of these guys are dock workers, except for the fish. No, that's not what I wanted. I want this one. Are you truly a fisherman? You are. So there's one of the few dock buildings that doesn't employ a dock worker. But we're going to find most of these other dock buildings are going to be dock workers. So we'll have 30 or 40 dock workers employed before it's all done. Even though they're doing, very different jobs. This is looking good. Need to get ourselves a laborer back. School has got 7 students in it right now. Maxed out and or cannot find. Oh, we are set for iron. We could drop back into iron ore and get rough tools, but we have a good reserve sitting right here. Let's get that process going. We need to make iron out of our iron ore. We have 114 iron ore right now. So we have multiple ways to do that. I usually start with the smaller... Where was that? That's right here in front somewhere. Is it not? No, it's not. It's out here. So, which one are you? Small iron smelter. Only produces iron by taking iron ore and furnace fuel. So we need to create furnace fuel. Our fire bundles will be a good source to create our furnace fuel from. So we need to put this guy in somewhere. But we also need to put in, let's see, furnace fuel would be the, not the bundling shed. I'm going to try to remember how this works. So we need to get from fire bundles. This creates the fire bundles. How do we get from fire bundles to furnace fuel? Fuel refinery. I'm pretty sure that was the beast right there. I want housing right here. I need to get in 2 more houses to match the look for the starting video, so that it is actually the same town that we're showing at the beginning of every episode. So I don't remember which houses they were, so I'm not going to necessarily match perfectly, but let's go ahead and do that before I am tempted to use this space again. So I'm thinking like that. And, well, I hate to butt them right up against each other. Let's move that one. Okay, back to housing. We can go over 1. I guess we're going to do that. And then we'll kick that one out that way. Okay, so when these guys grow, this will be finished. And the reeds were in when I took that video. So we'll get there. Got our bridge in. That's what the creek plank bridge looks like. Simple little thing that takes you across a creek. Got our road. Should be the last road tile going in. And this one now immediately becomes a laborer picking up resources. Good. And that's how it's supposed to work. So are we satisfied with our circle here now? Satisfied enough. I can get rid of this. Everything else is going to be out over here. So I don't need that in our view. Don't have any more kids graduating yet, so let's kick our speed back up. We're collecting resources. Actually, that is almost done, isn't it? Just about there. Got this little snippet left. Any reason why I can't queue up more? Houses have got to be built. We got plenty of supplies for that. The laborers, which is just one right now because the farmers are busy, will be bringing the supplies over probably not until this is done. So let's not queue up any more. Let that get finished, and then let these guys get all the materials to it. Then I'll queue up some more. What else needs to go in? So I guess we need to put in the 2 buildings we were just talking about. So let's figure out where to put those. Eventually they would probably go over here. So in that case, we'll go in this space right here with a fuel refinery and a whatever that other building was called. Let's get into that one. There, the iron smelter. So iron smelter is after. Let's see. We're coming out of here with our bundles. Probably going to store here. I don't remember if this will take fire bundles or not. It'll take firewood. No. The markets take firewood. That's right. These do not. So this probably will not take fire bundles either. We don't have a market going yet. Don't know if we're going to have a market in this little area. We may market. Oh, where are we going to go? Maybe we'll call this our larger city area. We'll market into here and build this area up, as well as some dock markets out in different areas. And we could dock market kind of like so, which would kind of span through the area and catch some of these houses. That might be one way to deal with that. Materials are in there, and they're in there. Okay, so we can queue some more up over here. And I don't see any more little X's, so they did finish the resources before working on the houses, which I suspected. This one has lots of room left. Okay, let's go ahead and queue some more up. What is that? There's a flock of ducks. So tell me what you think. When we do put the hunter in later, do you get more ducks if the hunting sphere of influence is over as many shore lines as possible? The reason I ask is you can still, it's something I didn't realize in Ramlington that it was still available. Food, raw food gathering. There is still the hunting blind, and we didn't use that last time. And it requires that it be, let's go up here. That's right, that it be along the shore. It needs water, which tells me that's where Banished centers most of its duck flocks, is along the shore. That's my logic. So if a hunting, a hunter was set up to catch a lot of shore rather than just forest, will there be more duck in the what the hunter brings in? I think so. That sounds logical to me. We'll play with that next time, but those are my thoughts on that. See if any of you have the experience with that. Let's see here. What was I doing? I was doing these guys, trying to figure out where to place them. We're coming out of here with our reeds, and we're going to store in a fuel storage right over here. That's what we need. Okay. Right now the reeds are going where? I wonder if we're just backing up with reeds. This is a generic stockpile. I can't click on it from here. Are there reeds in there? No. There's reeds. Oh, there's reeds. I'm not making fire bundles. That's what's going on. I'm not making fire bundles. I am making survival coats. Okay, so we need to make fire bundles before we can get our furnace fuel refinery, converting them into furnace fuel to then convert our iron ore into iron. So there's the string of events we've got to create. Another one of these guys. So let's start there. This one right here. And you see the white connection points. They tie into each other, and that creates a dock out of this whole system. So we're going to put that one in. Let's keep an eye on that, so remember to do it. He's going to be, that's not him, this one. Okay, so that needs to get done. Logs are going to run low, so let's go ahead and queue up just a little bit more over here. We'll leave the perimeter. Let's work through the center. We'll just do that for the moment. And the farmers are going to help them. They're available now. All the food's being brought in. Food is at 8,000. We are doing great on food. In fact, we're probably going to run out of storage in that sense. So we could, well, we did kick our population up a little bit right here. We could get a dock house going over here too. In fact, it wouldn't hurt to do just that. How did we do over here? 17-year-olds and 17 and 20. I bet you we can handle one more house right now. Let's do that real quick. I just bounce all over the place. I don't stick to a plan because the game changes on me, so I'm going to change with the game. Little shanty right over there. Front door is on this side, so it rotates you around. And grab where? We were just encroaching the circle a little bit, so if I kicked it up 1 or 2, we should be fine. So let's do that. It looks better the further out from along the dock that it is. Doesn't look right on land. Okay, you are available. You are fire bundles, and you are employed. Great. So fire bundles are now. Well, reeds are now funding or satisfying both. What just maxed? Dry goods, no. Clothing, no. Fuel. They may have been fuel. Oh, fire bundles are a fuel. So I can't tell firewood to calm down without telling fire bundles to calm down. See, that's why I don't follow a plan, because the plan keeps changing on me. I was going to make these out of fire bundles. We need to use up our firewood, or else I need to up the limit, which means he's going to continue to use logs. I can't separate them. That's a little challenging. I can just flat out turn them off for a while, make somebody angry, walk around always with a question mark over his head. We'll do that for a while, and we'll kick this up to 1,000. Okay, so with that, we'll turn the firewood back on in a while, and then eventually they should about even out, and the citizens will be grabbing equal amounts of fire bundles and firewood and bringing it into their homes, and then I think we'll get a balance. But for now, fire bundles are being made. Now where are they being stored? Let's work on that. Let's just put in a fuel stockpile, materials, fuel. Fuel should be, see, I can go right up against that. You are red there, and you're kind of a pathway there. Well, we'll do something like that. I don't expect it to use much. I expect it's going to immediately be taken over and converted into something else. Fuel should be fire bundles, firewood, coke. Let me think about that. Yeah, coke, and what was the fourth one? Because coal is definitely a industry fuel, and the furnace fuel is an industry fuel. So the other 4 are home fuels. So we've got the firewood, the fire bundles, the coke, and the charcoal. That's what it was. So all of those 4 will land in here, which means it should land over here just fine, because where the firewood can go, the fire bundles should be able to go too. Okay, so there, that answered that question. If this wasn't here, it would have gone over there. It'd be nice if it only had to walk right there, though, not walk all the way down, all the way back. So what are we doing with the clothes? The reed coats are being made, and they're being brought all the way over here and back. So that needs some storage over here eventually. Anyway, so now we got our fire bundles, and we've got a place to store them. Now we need to do something with them. So I'm thinking this is the best spot. We do have this area right here, though. That might make more sense. That might make more sense. Close by, and it's done. Yeah, okay, we're going to do that instead. So right here, we want the fuel refinery. It was a good-sized building. Let's leave a space just for appearance sake, and maybe eventually even a little road around the farms. Though eventually, now take it back. Those farms are going away soon. Yeah. So let's leave ourselves some space out in here. In fact, would have been nice to have had a double road down this run right here. Maybe we'll move those other buildings eventually. Those are the buildings that the game dropped for us, whether we wanted them or not. So if I tucked it against that, I may still have enough room here for the smaller iron smelter. Nope, can't do it. Okay, so he doesn't go there. Iron smelter. The iron's going to be used right here, so it may make sense to put it in over here. And that gives a good space around it, still leaves a space between it and the orchard. Okay, we'll do that. Well, if I do it this way, that also gives the space. What does the building look like? That's the front right there. And that is kind of the work area. I take it that the melted iron flows out that tube and lands in those forms right there. That's kind of interesting. And it cools down outside. Yeah, I like that. But I like the look of it, of seeing that part over here, because of the roof right there. I think that would look the best right here. From this direction, like that or like that? Right there. Alright, so that's done. Supplies, or the fuels have dropped a bit. Just wondering when we want to turn the firewood back on. Let's get a count. Firewood right now, we are by quantity. Let's go by name. Fire bundles 70, firewood 662. Okay. So when this is done and everybody is employed, we're going to have our tool industry back up and going again. And it'll be just in time for that to happen. Clothing is fine now. We actually need to get the trader going soon so we can start selling some of those. Those will be a good trade item for us. They're going to be made very quickly, especially when we get 6 reeds and 6 dock workshops going. We're going to have all kinds of production going. 7 laborers. Oh, I didn't see that. Our school let out. 3 students in school. Alright, we don't really need a boost in food. This dropped from 8 to 6 mostly because these houses have just filled up and they've grabbed all kinds of stuff for their inventory. So that's, I'm guessing, why we just saw a big drop. Actually, these numbers are not that big. Okay, let's put 1 gatherer in. And don't need another herbalist. That'll be fine. Farmers are fine. This one only needs 1 person. This only needs 1 person. We could put in the second fisherman. No. Let's put this one in, so that 1 person gets 100% of everything available in each one. I wonder if the 3rd or 4th person doesn't bring in as much as 3 individuals or 4 individuals scattered around. So let's put 1 in each one since we've got it available. Turn you on, put another fisherman in, you can live right there. Alright, that works good. 5 workers left. Let's take 2 of them to be builders. And this one is done, is almost done. We'll put that one there, this one here. What else needs to be done to close this episode out? Alright, you're driving me nuts. Let's go ahead and give you a job back. Have fun. Okay. We have logs. We're going to strip out the rest of this here soon. And maybe next episode when we put our hunting in, we'll also move the pasture and the farms and kind of start planning this area out. That's probably a good idea. But for now, let's put in 1 more reed and 1 more dock. We've got enough. Let's put all the docks in and then 1 more reed in. Docks, let's see. What do I want here? Themes, docks, 3. So you're in line with that one. Hope it all works out. There's no going back now. Yeah, probably should have been 1 or 2 further down to be more in the water. Oh well. And let's put a 2 in. Well, where does that end to the road? That actually ends right at what could be a road on this side if we want to. We'll leave it there for now. We won't put an end on it. we'll see how the docks lay out. I'm going to actually put 2 reeds in right now. Let's employ you. Don't need 2 people. We're going to make you out of fire bundles. Alright, so you're good. You're good. Now fire bundles are a material as compared to firewood and furnace fuel is a material. Fire bundles and firewood are a fuel. But that's going to make a material. That's what coal is also. Coal is a material. So that's why you don't have to worry anymore about coal being brought into the houses if you if you buy some coal ahead of time. Coal is no longer something that burns in a chimney. It burns only in industry. So it's not used for the houses anymore. That was always a problem early on in Banished. All of your residents would steal all of your coal, and it just drove you nuts. You couldn't make a steel tool if your life depended on it. You're making all kinds of coal, and it's going into the houses for chimneys, and the firewood's being ignored. That was a problem at the beginning. I want to get back into there. Let's make 2 more reed farms instead of 1 because I want to put another dock in. I need to know the placement of it. So you 2 are going in there so that I can put a dock in this direction to get out as far as that point right there. It looks like it lines up pretty good. Where are you? There. That should do it. So 1 more dock workhouse or workshop should line up with that one. And then I'll get 3 more over here. Then we'll staircase down and this area will be done. So let's go ahead and put that 1 more dock workshop in. Just like so. Dock's going to come up against it, so we've got 3 and 3. We'll use this this little unit of production to get some things done for us. All right, with that going in, let's just grab these as a reminder of what we're doing, because I'm going to say goodbye here in a bit, and I want to remember what I'm coming back to. All right, there and there. So those are being done. This is being done. This should be, I expect it to be done sooner. 10 jobs queued up, 2 builders, 3 laborers. Let's queue up some of this before we forget to do that next time, so that it is already in the queue. And with that, I think we are done. So forestry, or hunting, farming, ranching, and trading, and somewhere a sawmill, maybe right in here. And then we've got to get into homewares and building wares, building supplies. So those are kind of the it's kind of the laundry list for next time. Let's go ahead and get another reed worker. Oh, you're over here somewhere. Okay, get you going. We'll do 1 more. You're about to pop. Okay, there's 3 reeds. Down, up. There we go. So I'm going to stop right there. Reed farm, you're done. That's interesting. They didn't go back to this one. We're out of stone. Whenever they go out of order, it should be a red flag that something is going on. I'm not going to end just yet. Let's grab stone. There. It means we've got to get a quarry going soon. We are going to deplete this map of stone here pretty quick. Alright. With that, my 5th try at trying to stop. This has been Noble Rambler. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like and subscribe down there if you would. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye, folks.